Hello everyone, my name is M.Tommy of Peace Like Ministry, and I'm excited today to talk to you. Okay, alright, so today I want to talk about curses and covenants and how to get yourself out of that. I've seen many people trying to break curses and covenants by breaking the oil. They break it on the ground, that means the covenant is broken. Or trying to break the coconut. It's okay, from today that curse and covenant is broken via coconut. No. Because we say broken, you want to break curses or break covenant. It doesn't mean the physical break. It means disconnecting. Curse or covenant is a spiritual thing. It's a spiritual entity. It's what brings you and what has been spoken or what has been decreed together. It is spiritually done. It is spiritually pronounced. It is spiritually decreed. So you also need to tackle it spiritually. You don't break coconut. You don't break oil. You don't go and buy it in the river for covenant and causes to be broken. And of course, it can only be separated by God. All right. So many people have fallen a victim into the hands of these false prophets in the name of breaking covenants and curses, and they've gotten money from you, take you to the river. You've bet, you've done everything, but nothing seems to happen because they're not doing the right thing. Okay. All right. So I want to tell you how powerful the curse or covenant is. There was a man called Eli. Eli was a priest, and at that time there was a man called Samuel. Samuel served under Eli, and when God was tired of Eli, because Eli was not, putting his children on the right path, he sent that little Samuel to Eli, and he made a statement: because of this thing you have done, I will cut your lineage off from the priesthood office, and nobody from your lineage will be a priest or it's from the priesthood office in the land of Israel. And fast forward, he had a man called Abiathar. Abiathar served David diligently, and it was time for Abiathar to be rewarded by Solomon. The curse, the covenant came up and started speaking. So let's read it from the Bible. The book of 1 Kings chapter 2 verse 26 first. To Abiathar the priest, the king said, "Go back to your fields in Anathoth. You deserve to die. But I will not put you into death now, because you carried the ark of the sovereign Lord before my father David and shared all my father's hardship." Now verse 27 says, "So Solomon removed Abiathar from the priesthood of the Lord, fulfilling the word the Lord had spoken to Shiloh about the house of Eli." So that it will be fulfillment of that word God told Eli, that there will never be a priest. There will never be a priest from your village in Israel. That's how powerful curse is. That was a pronunciation by God. There was not liberation. Nothing was put on the ground. It was just a pronunciation that was to Eli by God through Samuel to Eli. All right? And oh God. You also look at the story of Ahab. When Ahab messed up and God won him through Elijah, he said, he repented, and God said, "I will not do it in your days. This thing will be done in the days of your children." That means the children already cursed. The covenant's already there. Okay. So the point is, how do I walk out of this thing? My brothers and sisters, you don't walk out of this thing by meeting a prophet. If you meet a prophet, you want to know, first of all, what is the curse all about. You find that in your family nobody prospers, nobody has children, things are not working. You have to understand, what is the curse all about first. You must understand the kind of curse or covenant that was made before you even talk about getting out of it. All right? See, look at the people God blessed. Try to turn them from where they were coming from. When God was about to bless Abraham, he changed his name from Abraham to Abraham, Sarai to Sarah, Jacob to Israel, because of what I was about to do in their life. Because of where they were coming out from, you needed to change them from there. All right? The first thing you do is to make sure you are closer to God. First of all, First of all, you don't live a double life. Get close to God. Stay with Him. Serve Him. Let Him see the sincerity of your heart. That indeed you are not walking after the ways of your fathers. You're not walking after the ways of these people. That's the only way God can hear you. First of all, God can hear you. Because at the end of the day, we really want to help you out. When you do that, you can now, progress in seeking for revelation from Him on what to do. But first of all, make sure you're connected to God. You cannot be living the life your parents were living, and you want to work out of that course. You cannot be having a double mind. You're not on God's side and you want to work out of that course. You cannot be serving God with all your heart and want to work out of that. It's not possible. You must be on God's side for you to be able to fight the devil. Most times you need to change your name depending on what the covenant was about. You need to change your surname. I have someone here that was struggling, praying, everything. God told him one day, you need to change that surname. Because the covenant was made in the family name. Everyone that born into this family will see this. You need to change that name. Once you change that name, you're now out of that family. You no longer belong to that family. You no longer belong to that place. The guy changed his name. After some months, everything started changing and the guy is doing well today. Alright, because the covenant was made in the family's name. They raise an altar against you, raise an altar against your family, against your descendants, against your children or husband. For you to get out, first of all, there must be a change. You must walk out of that altar. You must walk out of that place, from that place you belong, before you can now talk about, being saved from God's covenant. You don't break oil. You don't break coconuts. You serve God. You be on God's side. You follow Him. You rest. You fear God. You save Him with everything in you. You make sure that nothing takes you back to the life of your parents, your forefathers, and so on. That's the only way you can start having a journey. You can start sailing through. You can start coming out of that curses and covenants. Is it a covenant of idolatry? Then you need to serve God. Once you're on the side of God, it's going to be easy for you to come out. Not with double mind, as I said. Not just going to church. Going to church doesn't make you Christian, doesn't mean you serve God. But serving Him with everything in you. Being committed to Him. Being committed to Him in all your ways. And having the proper knowledge about that, what is happening to you, and seeking His face for revelation about it. Stop breaking coconut and oil. It's not going to help anything out. Okay? God bless you.